to the real world. I can show you.
And then?
And you'll in a world of legendary moments will be captured. So stand up, scream, and make sure the boys feel you.
And the only thing else I got to say is, how about them Cowboys? Yeah!
Game time, Brian. Is that hey Mark? Mark, is that the guy coming on? Hey, Mark, you can bring DFW and the Dallas-Fort Worth area, and it won't matter. You haven't done dick in 30 years. The Pet Rock and the Chia Pet were more famous than Dallas in the last 25 years. Who are you kidding? The Chia Pet is more famous than the Cowboys in the last 30 years. The Chia.
What's going on here? Well, what's going on, everybody? Can you hear me and can you see me? Let me know. Give me a thumbs up. I feel like I'm having some issues on my computer. Can everybody see me and hear me? Give me a thumbs up, please.
There you go. Okay.
Everything all right?
I'm good.
Well, I'm having a problem with them seeing me. Let me know. Okay, there it is. Everybody looks good. I'm sorry, everybody. I don't know exactly. Hopefully, did you see the whole intro and everything?
Yeah, I turned the volume down on it.
Okay. Well, because on mine
you had Dan Salio on
okay,
there.
on mine it was saying an error occurred. You know, you ever get that where it says an error occurred? So I had nothing over there.
I will say that it's kind of like it's real long and skinny.
That's what she said.
Okay, it's long and kind of flat like this instead of being the whole thing. But I said, but it may be because
that was the video that I did. Welcome. Look who I have here: the man, the myth, the legend, the Eagle Slayer himself, Mark Holmes. What's going on? Well, listen, man, you held your own today. I was proud of you. He was kind of speechless without his boy Philly 500.
Oh, but I got him though when I said, because he was like, you guys are going to be a 5-win team, and I was like, wait a minute, and I was like, so tell me, what is the Eagles defense going to do with them sorry ass linebackers and rookie cornerbacks and stuff?
What's up, Weed?
And he just literally just kind of like,
well, listen,
he changed the subject.
I just recorded a video. I was a little late. Sorry, everybody. I was doing a video and I forgot what time. I lost track of time.
Lady Libra, what's up?
Basically, and we'll get into it. But yeah, circling back to Mark and this afternoon, I made sure I got home from the gym right around 3:30. There's always those trolls. I didn't want to go in there and they go, oh yeah, you wanted to go on there. I never wanted to go on there. I'll have my time in the future, but so I made sure I stayed out of the comments.
Listen.
Huh?
When we get to Dallas, he's serious.
Is he definitely going to Dallas? Because before I lock in shit, because
Oh, okay. Forget Philly 500 and all that. I'm going.
Okay, that's all I want to know. Everybody, you heard him. Regardless, I could go. Phil said he's going, so at the very least, we'll work all that out. But it's what I think is funny, Mark, is how. And I remember this last year. Now, I'm not going to sit here and say you were jumping up and down. Remember? I'm not going to say you were jumping up and down saying, I want to go to Philly. I want to go to Philly. I want to go to Philly. But when he brought it up,
no.
You did say, I'll be there.
The last 2 years, I have said to Philly 500, because here's what I said we should do. I said,
everybody?
Let's the two of us go to a game in Philly. And the loser has to wear the winning team's jersey. And he was like, I'm not going to wear a Cowboys jersey. I said, wait a minute, you're playing at home. You telling me you don't have confidence in your team? And his thing was, oh, it's around Christmas. I can't go around Christmas. And it's like, seriously?
I remember that. And what did I tell you? I mean, I'm 30 minutes away from the link, so it's kind of like, I've been to games there. It's everybody acts like, and Drew will tell you, everybody acts like it's intimidating. You don't think if Mark Holmes is there with a few of Dallas people that it wouldn't be a great time? There's always going to be those people. But at the end of the day, I was here when he said, I was watching when he said he would go. Philly's the one that didn't want to come across. Now, I think this is a good opportunity for everybody to meet on Dallas soil. Listen, Drew, I see we got Drew in the house. I see we got some Eagle fans here. Listen, you know, if you guys are that chesty, Drew, right? And again, I appreciate Drew. What's up, Brad? I got to talk to Brad later. I'll give you a call when this is done, buddy. You know, like, what are you afraid of? Okay? But before we get to the chat, hold your horses. I got the Godfather in the house.
Okay. We got all kinds of news.
Listen, man. I want is it me or are the Cowboys doing it to us again? The Cowboys are sucking us up in again. I just watched the Dak Prescott press conference. Did you watch it? I'm sure you probably did.
Actually, I didn't because I was cooking. Okay, you know, I'm doing keto again.
I just did it. Yeah. Oh, you are? Oh, yeah. I did see you were. Yeah, that's the best way to lose.
Lost 7 pounds.
Yeah,
man.
that's the best way.
And I was cooked because I did like a BLT yesterday. Oh my God, it was good. Today it was like a bacon mushroom cheeseburger. So I'm recording that and putting it on the channel and stuff. And I've got work that I've got to do here besides at the Red Brick House and some of the rental properties and things. So it was like boom. And then I just sitting there eating. It's like, oh shit, I got to get on with game time. And in primetime Phil, if he can get it connected.
Yeah, he's blaming me. Like always.
So I saw it up there, but I didn't see him on there. I know he was saying that when he was asked about Zeke Elliott and how it is having him back, and he said, effing best. Fucking best. Excuse my language.
Well, that's fine.
So you feel like they're sucking us in as into being believers?
All right. Let's light this. All right, I'm not playing with fake Mark Holmes, bro. You're not welcome here. So you are out of here.
Well, he'll be coming over here. Here's the thing. You know what?
Oh, you're live? I didn't know.
I don't live. Yeah, I went ahead to go live because see, I'm ready to cross-pollinate here, just like the bees and the flowers and stuff. So that way we coordinate and everything else. So make sure you go over on Game Time Brian's, hit the thumbs up, hit the likes button, and subscribe. Because he is definitely growing like a weed, like I love weed over there. You know, at this point with the Mark Holmes, as long as people know that it's not actually me, so that they don't take anything that he's saying for, you know, for that Mark Holmes said this. Yeah, well, not the real Mark Holmes. As long as you know, if you don't see a check by it, you know, look for the union check. And if it's not there, then it's not me.
Yeah, I didn't know the other day. And literally, I don't watch Dan all the time, but usually when I get to my driving part of my route at the end of the day, yeah, Phil's having an issue is what he's doing. He's trying to say it's me, but it's something with his Mevo cameras. So I'm going to remove him for right now. I'll leave it. It's not hurting nobody. Maybe he can work it out. But you know,
they have a new one now. Oh man.
I mean, I will listen to him or you know, and I'll have it. You know, I'm driving safely, but I'll have it to where I can hear it and listen to it. You know, and I just happened to go in there and say comment, and I thought it was you because it was a Mark Holmes that was in blue. So I didn't think, I wasn't thinking check mark.
Yeah, they made him a moderator because they thought it was blue.
Right. So I popped in at the exact same time. I says, oh, everybody says, oh, you're coming on. I'm like, what are you talking about? I said, I normally work Wednesdays. Yeah, every 6th Wednesday I'll hop on. What are you talking about? You know, so it's just, people crack me up. But, you know, this is what I wanted to get to. And like, we can get to a lot of things, but my main thing was you heard Mike McCarthy, Mark. You heard Mike McCarthy glowing about how well Dak looked and how the whole team has they carried their offseason program and how prepared they are and the rookies, that this is the best rookie class. And he doesn't say that lightly. You know what I mean? So I don't think Mike McCarthy is the type of guy to do that type of stuff.
You mean to pull a Jerry Jones on you?
I don't think so.
And baffle you with bullshit?
We see you,
Well,
Phil. But anyway, go ahead,
there it is.
Mark. What is your opinion on first Mike McCarthy's comments? I mean, what do you think about that?
Well, okay. First of all, I'm going to say one thing here before I answer that question. Yesterday, when you started hearing like little clips and bits and pieces about Micah Parsons, like when he was talking about Mike Zimmer and I haven't really talked, we've had about 20 words and things like that. Or when you heard him saying that, Aaron Donald, he doesn't show up for practice and stuff like that. And you heard him say that, I'm not paid to do those things. You looked into that and it's like, man, this guy's an ass, man. What a diva, and this, that, and the other. But then this morning, I watched the whole 12-minute interview of it, and it's totally different than what you get when you get the little pieces taken out of context. In the same regard,
What's up,
when
Jay?
I got some of the clips from Mike McCarthy, who was asked about, Micah Parsons, CeeDee Lamb not being there, the way it sounded by the way they printed or took the pieces out of context, you would have thought that he was pissed off and throwing chairs. But when you actually watch it and listen to it, you get a
Ron.
totally different opinion of it. So I actually listened to Micah Parsons saying that, hey, for me, I'm undersized. He's about 245 and he's playing defensive end going against guys that are 320, 330. By the end of the season, he's like, my body is destroyed. And that's maybe one of the
I
reasons
heard that. What's up?
why
Oh, the
he's
one and
kind
only
of not
Ron
doing
Don.
great
Thanks,
in the
brother.
playoffs. And so he says he likes to go through and let his body heal, let his tendons heal, let his ligaments heal and stuff and grow back and get stronger before he starts tearing them down again, which actually kind of makes sense. And he also talked about being an ambassador for the NFL and doing things, this, that, and the other, and also about like recruiting some sumo wrestlers because he's like, bro,
Vinny.
he's like what they do. Now, as far as Mike McCarthy, I think the team is a lot better than what people will give them credit for. I told Dan Saleo, I think that they're going to be 8-9.
Yeah, I heard you. Yeah.
Okay. And I believe the Cowboys are going to be, 11-6, or maybe even better. Because here's the thing, that offense, we didn't have the Christian McCaffreys and the Brandon Ayuks and the Debo Samuels and the George Kittles and, the Trent Williams, like all those pieces. But I think, didn't we score more points a game than those guys?
We did. And,
Okay, right. Now, I look at it from the standpoint of now we got year 2 of Mike McCarthy with this offense. I know we got 2 offensive linemen that have not started before, but basically everybody else is coming back. Jake Ferguson should be taking another step. You got to figure Brandon Cooks is now.
I got you in there, Ron. I showed it to the camera, brother.
So if I'm Mike McCarthy, I feel good about. I'm calling the plays, and I know the guys that I have that I feel good about these guys. And for all those out there that are saying Zeke's going to suck, Zeke is old, yeah, that is true. But Mike McCarthy's offense has never been predicated on a running game.
Yeah.
What you need Zeke for is you need him to be able to help. They're coming through there. You need him to be that veteran and stuff that can chip the guy on the way out. And I feel great about the offense. So, yeah, I think he does feel good and looks and says, I've got good things going. And you hear about Jalen Hurts.
Here you go, Mark. No, go ahead.
You hear about, so even Dan was popping up. Dan was popping up about Jalen Hurts and right now, and the team not taking this offense too well from Kellen Moore, and him looking like ass. And he literally is calling Jalen Hurts a one-year wonder.
Yeah, well, who's saying that? Dan
Saleo.
Yeah, I know, but that's why, like, when you first. I kind of been following him for a while. He really doesn't.
Never bought into him.
He really doesn't seem like he's an Eagle fan. He's in the Eagles market, so in my opinion, he's sucking up to the Eagle fans. Look at the schedule. You are not playing pushovers. Drew, we'll get to that, buddy. We got plenty of time, Drew. But I think he's playing to the market, and that's fine. And I find him entertaining. I don't know what he believes, because when you say a statement that we're going to win 5 games. He obviously hasn't looked at the damn schedule.
Well, that's just the straight hate and stuff. I mean, of course.
I don't even.
Or
Twiz
you're listening to
ESPN.
ESPN, or you're listening to ESPN.
Yeah.
because they rate how somebody is going to do by the free agent names that they signed. You
get all
automatically
warm and fuzzy
Saquon
inside.
is going to be great. You look at the Jets and say, "Oh, well, they got Aaron Rodgers, so they're going to go to the Super Bowl." It's like, but Aaron Rodgers ain't been to the Super Bowl in 12 years.
He blocked
You know
you.
what
I love weed. I doubt Dan blocked you.
Who
It's probably the dude in the back room, his producer.
Y'all can turn that up.
So just well, this is my take. First, with Mike McCarthy. Mike McCarthy, he's not. I did a video earlier today where I said if I was Mike McCarthy, I was watching his press conference and said, I paused it. I'm like, yeah, this is where I would say, yeah, you didn't give me any free agents. All my coaches are on a 1-year deal. My starting quarterback's on a 1-year deal. What the hell are you doing? Jerry and Steven. But, and people thought that was funny. But, he's not going to say that. But he's also not a guy who's going to, I don't think, fake it. It's hard. Like you said the other day when he made a comment, he was genuinely upset when a reporter asked him about players not being there, like CD or Mike or whoever. So I think you got an honest thing. But Dak Prescott, like when you get a chance, watch it. Dak Prescott.
I'm done with you.
Doubled down.
Oh no, primetime disappeared again.
Yeah, well, he's working on a system. He's saying I blocked him, but you had no problem getting in, right?
Yeah.
Oh, come on, dude. You blocked me. You kicked me out. Don't give me
your
that.
camera looks really, really.
Yeah, because I'm on a web browser because you blocked me on the app.
How did I block you on the app? What are you talking about?
Yeah, so I couldn't connect. I send you a picture that shows you're blocked from the host. So right now I'm on the web browser with this wonderful settings and stuff.
It doesn't
I
say
had to
block.
ghetto it up.
It looks like a purple haze is going.
It's pretty bad. Well, you know what? It's a tribute to I Love Weed, man.
No, but it's all right. So if I blocked you, how the hell do I unblock you? There is nobody blocked on my.
Dude, I've never blocked anybody. I'm not that ass.
Yeah, well, I didn't block you, bro.
No.
I'm spicy tonight.
Yeah. So how's it going, guys? It's been a while. It seems like forever since I've been able to do any kind of broadcasting and stuff.
Is that just Florida, or you got stuff going on?
No, I got a lot of stuff.
Now I blocked you.
Oh, what? Yeah, nice.
Now
nice.
I blocked you.
Host has stopped my video. Like, get that hazy shit out of here.
Everything's good. I mean, I've been busy. I did the Vermont trip, and then I was in Harrisburg this past week and stuff, and just got back a couple days ago. And just it's summertime. Got a lot of work and stuff to do.
It's not me.
I'm gonna try the app. I'm gonna try the app again.
Trying to get ready for the season, so I'm trying to get all that work done now. So I'm really excited about trying to do a bunch of stuff this year. So definitely mark the Eagles game on the agenda. You're definitely going to do that.
Well, if you don't mind, let me just run through my chat here. I didn't know you were going to go live. It's going to make it difficult because I'm sorry. No, I didn't know. I didn't know you were going to go live the same time I was. I got stuff to give away and stuff like that, and you got to get to your chat.
Just ignore my chat. Just keep your thing. Just let mine just run.
We got Vinny Hagen in the house. We got Coyote, Mike Aldana. What's going up? We got Lady Libra. JoJo is in the house. What's up, JoJo? We got Vinny, like I said. Chris May, what's up? Curtis, how are you, Curtis? We got Roro. What's up, Roro? We got JJ. Thomas Garrett, what's up? I know you're hopping back and forth. Arturo Gomez, what's up, Arturo? How are you? I Love Weed is in the house. Listen, I did see Jay Smooth. Jay Smooth, brother, before I'm done tonight, you'll have to pick something and I'll send it to you. I did get the 2 super chats. They're both in the hopper. Oscar Perini, what's up, my man? Almost done. Drew, there he is. The Eagle fans, more like 9 wins, 9-8 is a better record. Again, Drew, I'm normally pretty good at this, barring injury. I got us anywhere from 9 to 11, 9 low end, 12 high end. We're not going to be a bad team. I hate to say it to you, Drew. We're not. It sounds like a lot of your people in your area, the people I trust, have you not doing so well. I get it. I'm not rooting for that, Drew. I'm just telling you what I'm hearing. It's not just Dan Saleo either. I'm just being honest with you.
On the Jalen Hurts?
just not having a good year, getting out of the gate slow. I mean, Jalen Hurts, and I pretty much got everybody. Brad, what's up, my man? I'm just going to hurry up. I blocked the Mark Holmes. He can hit the road. Coyote Twiz. Yeah, so basically, they're calling it Atlanta Walker. How are you? They're calling it like he's not having a good start, Mark. Jalen Hurts is not having a good start. Hamid, I see. Hamid, the Cowboys are not a mess. They're only a mess in right where in Prospect Park where you live, my man. That's the only where that and on ESPN. And if I have to be a mess on anywhere, let it be on ESPN because ESPN don't know what they're talking about. They're for clicks. Mark will tell you, all of a sudden they're talking about them winning the division and the odds of them going to the Super Bowl and their Super Bowl odds. It's all BS, people. You're getting played.
I have to say,
Kid
I am
Cowboy, what up?
tired of the arrogance of the Eagle fans
Yassine.
that lost to Tampa Bay the same weekend we did this year when they were favored to be a Super Bowl contender.
What's up, Raymond?
Just starting out 10-1. Okay? So don't give me this, dudes, you got as many questions as we do. Your coach is on the hot seat, your quarterback. I can look and say, my guy has been a runner-up for MVP twice. How many times has yours done? And the trick that I showed Dan, here, you hear this? Do you hear that Game Time?
I do.
Okay.
Nothing.
That's
I got
the
one
Eagles.
little ring flying around in there.
Listen.
There
You hear
was
that?
Glory hole.
That's the difference between
Glory
the
hole,
Cowboys
baby.
and the Eagles. Okay?
There
you got
was
nothing. The Eagles.
Listen. Twiz is realistic. Drew, I appreciate Drew. Yeah, he's a big time Eagle fan. Hamid, you're just a hater, bro, and I love it because I welcome your hate. But if you think that Vegas is wrong, you think that everybody that I trust, I'm not sitting here saying we're winning 13, 14 like some of you. I'm not. I'm saying anywhere from 9 to 12. And just remember, we won 12 games, yes, with an ass schedule last year. I'm not going to lie. With no linebackers after, week 5 when Leighton went down?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I don't understand. You guys are getting caught up. You're going to be so let down, Hamid. I'm not saying you're not going to win a division. I haven't made my final. I'm going to go with let you guys keep all the headlines. Just take it. I got 2 words for you. Kenny Pickett. Watch out for Kenny Flickett.
I think he actually will fit what Kellen Moore's trying to do more than what Jalen Hurts will.
I know my schedule, Drew.
That's the big mystery to me is why they bring in Kellen Moore. I'm sorry, that to me is like water and oil. The two don't really mix. You trying to make Jalen Hurts really a pocket quarterback?
Yeah.
Because what I see with Jalen Hurts is if his first read's not there, he's bailing and running every time. And this is with a great offensive
man. He's going to be there. Okay, anyway, go ahead.
Mark's going to be let down when he faints on YouTube. Okay. Asman says, I need to try and convince you to go to training camp so we can go to Pink's and get 2 Rosie O'Donnells.
He's got an infatuation with Pink's.
he loves them. Definitely loves them.
Yes, he can flick, right, Kid Cowboy? Sugar Daddy, what's up, my man? Taz, Mark timed me out because I kept calling him a goofball. Well, FYI, don't call him a goofball.
I didn't.
He doesn't do that.
Somebody else did.
He doesn't do that. He normally don't pay attention, let alone time you out.
Why you got to call me a goofball?
He did. I didn't.
I mean, no, that's what I'm saying to him.
Yeah.
You think that I'm supposed to say, oh, yeah, sure, man.
He wouldn't block you, though. He wouldn't block you.
I think you were timed
Hey,
out.
Linda, how are you?
But if you'd like me to block you, if you're going to be a whiny little bitch and go cry to somebody else.
Night 3, what's up, brother?
We'll have something to worry about.
Linda, now, this is what I will tell you, because Kellen Moore is better than Brian Johnson, hands down. Linda, I was watching and listening to a few people I trust, and you actually went in and beat the Kansas City Chiefs with Brian Johnson. Did you not? If I pull up your schedule from last year, Brian Johnson won a lot of big games. He was the scapegoat, Linda. That's the issue I had. They got scapegoated. As far as Brian Johnson, I know he wasn't the best, but let me just run down last year's. Oh no, see, they're like they keep showing me this year, so I got to find it. Let's see here. I got to find it here. Eagles 2023 results. Bear with me, people. All right, here we go. Let me just rattle off some of the teams you beat with Brian Johnson. Okay, you beat. Let me see here. All right. You beat the Bills. You beat the Bills. Okay. You beat us 28-23. You went into Kansas City and won 21-17 on the road against the Super Bowl champions. Okay. You went into Miami. Or no, you beat Miami at home, 31-17. You beat the Rams, who were a playoff team, 23-14. So what I'm trying to say is Brian Johnson was scapegoated. I'm not saying he's the best thing since sliced bread, but Jalen Hurts was not happy about getting rid of Brian Johnson, and he should be. Kellen Moore and Jalen Hurts, that's like oil and water. I like Kellen Moore. Mark, your opinion? What do you think? I like Kellen Moore, but
overrated.
Us Dallas fans know, right, Mark, that when we get into the play, you know what it is? When you get against, the better teams, he doesn't make adjustments, and he can't beat the good teams. He couldn't do it in Dallas. Now, all of a sudden, he's going to be able to do it with the Eagles. That's the only thing I would warn against Kellen. Brian Johnson got shit on, but he won some major games last year. You can't have it both ways.
Look at the Chargers. Like how did their offense go from a really high-powered offense to last year? They were basically non-existent, and then he's fired and let go, and then he had to go to the next job. Again, I think he'll be better in Philly, but because I think they benefit a lot more with the passing game being short.
Yeah, exactly. Mark, your opinion. Game time. Let's look at the good teams Dallas beat. I already said, Drew, we had an easy schedule. What does that have anything to do with Brian Johnson? I said we won 12 games with an easy schedule. What else do you want me to do?
Here's my opinion on it. Okay, as far as Kellen Moore goes, didn't we have Scott Linehan before Kellen Moore?
We did.
Right?
Is that who it was?
Didn't we have Mike McCarthy after Kellen Moore? See, everybody's got the opinion that Kellen Moore made Dak Prescott in the same way people thought that Amari Cooper, you would have thought that Amari Cooper was throwing the ball to himself, that Amari Cooper made Dak Prescott. At some point, when all these people come in and they go, and Dak Prescott is still the steady one or still rising, you have to start giving credit to the quarterback.
Our bar is up here, right?
Okay.
It's
so. What was it, Kellen Moore? Because how many times do we look at all the comeback routes and everything else, and some of the trick plays that only tricked ourselves and stuff, and we're always like, Kellen Moore, what are you doing? How many times do we have the running game going, and then all of a sudden we do a trick play, and now it's 3rd and 15 because where it should have been 3rd and 2.
Mark Hudson.
Kellen Moore is not as good as everybody thinks that he is, and so. I remember how the Chargers fans were excited, like, oh, my God, now he's got a real quarterback and real weapons to work with. We're going to see this. He's a genius. By the middle of the season, they're like, what are we doing? And so for the Eagles to bring him in, and I'm sitting here looking and saying, the Eagles are in now another offensive system for the 3rd year in a row. You are making it hard as hell on Jalen Hurts. You can't continue to keep changing offenses over and over and over and expect automatically you're going to pick it up. tomorrow.
Well, we automatically know too that Kellen Moore has the option for their wide receiver. So that means the quarterback and the wide receiver needs to be on the same
On the
page
same page.
and reading the coverage the exact same way. So you want to put all your eggs in that basket. Like there's a lot of the part where the offense where I think that he's going to be very successful. Those curl routes, those over the middle type of things. But when it comes to those option routes, I think that can be their downfall.
Mm-hmm. And the thing with Jalen Hurts, to me, it seems like he always has happy feet. He is always. It's like his. If the read's
He's a
not
running
there,
back.
he's ready to go.
Mark
I'm out.
Hutchins says, "Let's go Mavs, 4 more wins." Yes, we're rooting for you, bro. Thanks for the super chat. Anyway, go ahead, boys.
Yeah, Super Maid. Thank you for Sure Maid. Shout out to you for the super chat on that. But I think that they're going to struggle. I honestly think that the Eagles are going to struggle.
I missed you, Mark.
I need to do what I've done in the past. Is typically like think about when the Carolina Panthers went 15-1 and went to the Super Bowl, beat Denver.
Mhm.
That team just steadily went downhill. Think about the Atlanta Falcons. They went to the Super Bowl. A couple years later, they go downhill. Typically, when a team goes to the Super Bowl and loses, of course, they're not going back unless it's Kansas City. Typically, 2 or 3 years down the road, when I'd
Hey,
done
Elena.
it before, it was
Yeah,
like they
Butler.
were 3.5 games less wins than the year that they went to the Super Bowl. And so, we keep thinking that the Eagles are going to buck the trend and that they're all of a sudden going to be great. And they've been living by this whole thing of we're constantly bringing in all these new pieces. At some point, you're going to crap out, and the law of averages is going to catch up with you where you're going to have busts with your free agents. And that's all I have to say about that. And I just feel like they've got as much,
Texting Phil to see if I had an idea, but
Okay.
as much as they act like, they got everything going. Nick Sirianni is not a good coach. He's on the hot seat. You've got a meddling.
he's on a hot seat big time. They're
Drew
worried.
said I'm full of crap. But no, you've got a meddling
send you a
older
coach.
son with the analytics and things that they're dealing with. The prime time left?
Yeah. Well, he's having issues. He's somehow blaming me. And again, I didn't do nothing. So he's not blocked on my end. So I think he's having camera issues.
Yeah.
But I don't know. You know Mevos more than I do.
Well, usually
Ginger Rogers. Evening all. Enjoyed the draft vids. Love from the sea. Oh, wow. What's up, Ginger? Thank you so much. You're in the hopper.
Brian, you ain't lying. I do have a lot of Philly haters. You want to hear a funny one? I probably shouldn't say this one, but this is going to be an interesting one. My Eagle friend is dating a Cowboy fan.
Really?
It's like, I hope this lasts until through football season because this is going to be funny. 49ers defense does it all. I think are you feeling like San Francisco is as good as everybody thinks, or you think they're going to?
I don't, but there's a lot of help. I mean, there's a lot of hope with that. There you go, Ginger. You're going in the hopper, sweetie. That's a lot of hope on my part, but just I look more into the numbers of it. Normally the team who loses the Super Bowl is not the same team, so we're just going to go with that. Or you got to buck the trend. Why would they give McCaffrey more money? It makes no sense to me.
Good question.
You know what I'm saying?
Here's my real question here is with Micah Parsons, okay? Because Micah is kind of letting I'm not really getting paid really well. To go back up the Brinks truck for CD and stuff. Will they pay Micah this year before his contract is on the last year? Because that's not the Cowboys' way.
Well, again, that's what they should be doing.
Oh, we know that's what they should be doing. They should be like right now, right? So, okay, CD.
Here's my only issue. Here's my only issue with this whole situation. It's one thing not to sign free agents, right? But it's another thing. Twiz, he's emptying the mag. Come on, calm down, Brad. We're just all having fun here. Come on now. It's one thing not to sign free agents, but this is the first year that they haven't, taken care of their own. Normally they overpay their own, right, Mark? Now it's like, except if you're Dak Prescott, it seems like you got to rob Peter to pay Paul in order to get a deal. It seems like so. You know.
Well, here's my thinking right now. Okay, so we got the, I might be retiring soon with Zach Martin. If Zach Martin retires, now we know we've got 40 million in dead money because it's a voidable year for Dak. If Zach Martin retires, we got a $26 million deadhead for him if he retires at the end of next season.
Again, so that was a horrible contract that we did,
Yeah, it was. It definitely was.
I mean, obviously you didn't do enough homework and how to restructure it.
So let me see if this makes sense to you. Okay. Let's say hypothetically, again, looking at Justin Jefferson's contract, right? So Justin Jefferson is the highest non-quarterback paid in the NFL. His cap number this year is $8 million. Next year it's 15, right? So listen to my logic here for a second. Right now, CD is 17.8 million, right? Let's say he just happened to get the exact same contract as Justin Jefferson because they both came in the league at the same time. Let's say, hypothetically, his cap number dropped down to 8, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you have that $10 million. If you don't spend that $10 million, you can roll that into next year, right? So Justin Jefferson's number for next year is 15 million, right? So if you take that 10 million that rolls over, subtract it from it, that's actually only 5 million that he's actually costing you because of the extra money you're getting. Now, it does balloon up to 38 the year after that, but after that, you could cut him and only have a $14 million dead hit, right?
Yes.
Now, here's the problem for the Cowboys, and this is why you have to sign Dak Prescott. I know everybody's up here. Don't be surprised if they just let him walk. You're going to take $40 million of the money that you have. At the moment, you got 65. If Zach Martin retires, then you got 50. You're going to pay $40 million to Dak Prescott not to be here. And if Trey Lance isn't the guy, and even if Trey Lance is, you're going to have to pay him. I guarantee you somebody's going to be willing to pay him $10 or $15 million next year, right?
Yeah, you would think.
So then that means you paying Trey Lance $10, $15 million to stay. Then that gets you down to $35 million.
What's up, Donnell?
All of a sudden, you don't have any money. So what you really have to do, in my mind, is you kind of bite the bullet on this year's money and you don't mess with that. But then if you get another contract, you could take that $40 million hit that you would be taking for him to just walk away and turn it into something like $20 million. Gain some cap room and kick that down the road even further. And then you can kind of do something. Because the way it's set up right now, you got to look at it and say, this is probably D-Law's last year. Maybe it's Zach Martin's last year. It's Brandon Cook's probably last year, right? But you still have
I'm getting you, Donnell.
You still have a cornerstone of really good players and Micah, CD, and if you have your quarterback, Dak Prescott, that's a lot to work with. You got a stud offensive lineman in Tyler Smith. Maybe you get lucky with the 2 that you drafted this year, and hopefully Terrence Steele gets back to where he was before the ACL. You got a lot of pieces there. You're kind of hitting the reset button because Zach will be gone and D-Law, but
Right.
You're not. Yeah, this whole idea that they're going to blow it all up and start over. Why would you do that?
Yeah.
You've
Donnell
always
says
been great
you have
players.
you have 3 players to sign and haven't yet. That should be y'all topic. Again.
Okay,
What-
so
what
they
Jerry
bring
Jones
up
was.
they bring up a topic. We respond to the topic, but yet we're talking about that
No, we're
topic.
just talking.
That's what I'm saying. We're talking. I mean, are they talking great about Dak Prescott? Are they saying, "Oh, Dak Prescott is an amazing quarterback that can read coverages and destroys a zone coverage"? No. You guys are talking shit. You're on a Cowboys channel. I don't know what you guys expect. Like, we do give you guys props at certain points, but this is not an Eagles channel, man. This is not something that you're going to come and get your daisies off. It's like you're barely getting that on your own radio station. You think you're going to come to a Cowboys and make that happen? It's just kind of funny. Again, I think Hurts will have probably a better year throwing than he's had in previous years. But again, if he has to start reading coverages, that's where it sucks. Now, when it comes to our team, shit, I'm on the fence. I'm on that. I love for Dak to be our future quarterback, and that's really where I see this team going. But man, I'm all for as well blowing it up a little bit and letting Trey Lance get 2 or 3 years. That's we're not unproven or anything, but at least it's better than absolutely nothing.
Well, what you don't want to
So-
do is get rid of Dak Prescott and have
And then kick your ass.
and have no plan. So
No plan. Yeah.
like we're gonna see at Trey Lance. I'm personally not against going with Trey Lance if he. The only way I would be willing to do that is if we don't sign Dak Prescott in the preseason, which is it's a possibility.
He'll get done right around his birthday, training camp.
You think so, but if it doesn't,
My computer's going to shit.
yeah, I gave you the host, so I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, I can go out and try to log in on the app again.
We need
That's
you
right,
to
right.
run the ball more. What's up, Art? You're in the
Oh,
hopper,
you're right,
bro.
man. You're not
Here's-
wrong.
Here's what I want people to understand, because see, people think when they hear 60 million a year, they think that he's actually getting 60 million on the cap per year. Okay, let's take Justin Jefferson, who just signed his contract, which is averaging 35 million a year. Okay, his contract value is $140 million. All right, year one, cap hit 8.6. Year two, cap hit 15. Year three, it bumps up to 38. Year four, when you can actually cut him, it bumps up to 43. 43 doesn't sound quite as bad when you look at the NFL's cap going up about 30 or 40
I know,
million.
Jay Daddy. You're
per year.
tired of Dak too. I know,
Okay,
buddy.
so here's the thing with Dak Prescott.
blame him.
Yes, he's 55 million this year, but year one, his cap number was 17. Year two, it was 19. Year three, it was 26. It's only 55 because the Cowboys had to keep borrowing money from him to go ahead and make dumb deals like Zeke Elliott's deal, to pay for that, to go through, pay a Jalen Smith, to go through and do these other contracts. See, you have to understand, it's not Dak Prescott's fault that his cap number's like this. This shit goes all the way
It's his
back to
agent,
like,
yeah.
you know,
His agent.
2007 and stuff, when they kept doing deals like Marion Barber, where they did him for 54 million, or signed Miles Austin. From that point forward, every season they had to restructure contracts to make up for the money that they spent that they didn't get value
I see
for.
you, Drew.
Here's the thing. Here's my problem
Sorry,
is that
Ben.
I cannot at any point give Dak any credit for not taking money. Like he talks about it. Oh, I would do it for free and everything. Obviously, it's a game. It's his agent. His agent, it does not play with the Cowboys. That agent is very notorious for getting max money. So for him to take any kind of thing, I've never seen it with Dak, other than having to be forced with his rookie contract. Now
You know,
him
Phil,
being an
PA
idiot. Him being an idiot, them being an idiot, and only putting him on franchise tags and not extending him. That's totally the Joneses, and I'm for that. But at the same time, I'm not. He's not a team player. You know, he's not taking team friendly deals. At the same
Nobody
time,
takes team-friendly deals. Sorry.
Here's the deal. I wanna get to
Tom
the
Brady's
chat real
notorious
quick.
for team friendly deals that he wrote in
Brad,
his
light him
contract,
up.
you know?
Brad, that's the guy you want to light up. The guy 2 spots ahead of you, the fake Mahomes. Go get him. Light his air. It is. There it is. I know that
But that's
makes
the thing is if we're gonna
That
pay
looks weird because Mark
let's
Holmes
bring the fans.
is deleted by Mark Holmes.
Light his ass up, Brad. Yes. How does that feel? Anyway,
Okay.
let me get to the chat real quick. You know, again, we're not sitting here we're just talking about what is. Donnell, you are right. We got 3 players. Now, I just want to tell you, Donnell, CD ain't going nowhere. Is that
And
how
Mike's not going anywhere.
is it how I would do business, Phil and Mark? Hell no.
No.
But
No.
Micah has this year, and we already picked up his 5th-year option for next year. So he's
I
not
love
a free
CeeDee
agent
Lamb.
next year either.
I love CeeDee Lamb, but I wouldn't be against trading his ass off. And like
Really?
it's just, sometimes it gets to a point where it's just too much.
Well, it all depends.
know?
I mean, again, there is something to be said for it. I know Mark is good with the numbers and has said you could do this, you could do that.
Wait, hold up.
Hold what? What?
No, he's like, just trade CD ass off.
No. I didn't say just trade CD. I said I'd be
You
okay
kinda
if they
said-
just traded
okay.
CD. Well, let's be real, man.
Where
Is
was
he
that talk
the
last
number
year
one
with Zach
receiver?
Martin?
Yeah, but he's not coming back to the ball. He gives up in the middle of a play. He still got a lot of maturing to do. Yes, he's the next man up, and if you
Then
got to pay him.
Okay, guess what though? Guess what though? That's on the coaches to get those guys motivated and that they understand that they have to give 100%.
I agree.
And here's the thing. Here's what's kind of
It's
crazy.
blasphemy. You say that about CD.
hold
It's
on.
chainsaw.
Yeah,
No,
fuck
hold
that, man.
on.
I'm that guy. Trade his ass.
Wait a minute. If I'm CD and I'm seeing, everybody out there getting paid, Devontae Smith getting paid, AJ Brown getting paid, Jalen Waddle getting paid, Justin Jefferson getting paid, am I just going to be okay? No, I'm going to go ahead and do exactly what Zach Martin did last year. Zach Martin.
I don't blame CD at all.
Okay, Zach Martin, let's understand, Zach Martin had just gotten paid a couple of years before as the second highest guard in football, and then decided, no, I want more.
And Zach Martin doesn't get any kind of jersey sales either. CD at least gets that shit.
So, you're talking about a guy who was in catches, number one in catches, or was it number one in yards? No, it was catches.
I want to get to something.
Might be both, honestly, to tell you the truth. Honestly.
You brought it up, Mark, and I heard Dan run his mouth again today. If I was on there, I would be calling him right out on it, and maybe you can next time. Philly 500 brought it up last week. I laid it out to Phil when we did our live defending CD. Here's the reason why, people, that CD Lamb is in the slot. All right? Listen closely. Please listen closely. The reason why he's in the slot is because we don't have an A.J. Brown. The Eagles have a wealth of talent at the wide receiver position. Now, me and Phil may differ on the value of Brandon Cooks, but I can assure you Phil is not going to tell you Brandon Cooks is not A.J. Brown. He's not Devontae Smith.
Nope.
So what I'm saying is any good defense, unless you're a Randy Moss or a Jerry Rice, which none of these players are.
Or Megatron.
You could take a player out. Okay, when Dallas has Jalen Tolbert's, Michael Gallup's, the percentage of Mark has the numbers. I know he did it like a video on it. He was not getting open last year, people. He was not getting open, which is why you saw, more of Jalen Tolbert, who was a non-existent the year before. You saw Jake Ferguson explode onto the scene last year in large part because Gallup could not get open. What was their...
And when he did, it was just like bad things.
What was their thing, Mark? They had to move him in the slot, put him in motion, okay, and put him in the slot. Why? Because he's getting double-teamed. They're shading the defense over the top to his... Dallas had no weapons. You had no running game last year, guys. We had no running game last year. Look at the numbers. Don't believe me.
Our running game, Tony Pollard was not good. Yet, we were one of the highest scoring teams out there.
But that's what I'm saying. That's why he was in the slot, Mark. He was in the slot because...
And right there, that sums up the Mike McCarthy offense. Like, that, I think that right.
They were smart enough to put him in a slot. Dan's, the one thing Dan said that I agree with, put A.J. Brown in the slot. That's smart.
Yep.
That doesn't
Your
mean you're a
mismatches.
bad
It's all about
receiver.
mismatches. No, it's just all about mismatches. And
Again.
Because you have some defense that your number one sticks on the right side or your number one sticks on the left side. It's like they have positions. They don't move from those positions. So when you can move them out and you're putting your number one receiver on a number three, who the hell doesn't do that? You'd be an idiot if you didn't do that shit. So, I mean, like, if they're just going to give it to you all day, then you take it, man. It's like if they're going to give you the running back. Because when I look at this year's running back core compared to last year, when I look at this year's... When I look at this year's offensive line compared to last year, it's day and night, man. This is a different offensive line, and you lose Smith, and somehow people put Tyler Biotish up there. I love our 2 draft picks. I'm not saying they're going to come out and be all pros
Donnell.
And stuff, but I definitely like the prospects of them. Yeah, exactly. Thank you, Mark. Exactly.
Mark Hutchinson says we're not going to have a running game this year for what we have. I don't know, Mark.
I see a running game. I see more of a running game this year.
Mark, you're going to be surprised, brother. I'm just telling you.
I'm trying to tell you guys that running game is not that important.
It's going to be better than it was last year.
Yeah. You got better. You got a better rotation.
You got better guys. Mark always looks sad when people talk. Nobody's talking bad about Dak. Here's the
I
deal.
love Dak. Like, the
Dak's
thing is, I
gonna be
love Dak.
okay.
Dak's
I
gonna
love
be
Dak.
fine.
It's
Yeah.
it's funny how many broke asses are always, that Dak sucks, Dak's this, that, the other. I tell you what, for a guy that was drafted in the 4th round who was thought to be basically a camp body, I'd say he's overperformed on everything that he's done.
Again, he
The
looks
fact that he's on every one of y'all's tongue,
fantastic this
he's
year.
winning.
But
Unlike
again,
Jalen Hurts.
He thrives with competition. That's what I love about it, man. You put
Yeah.
competition behind him, he thrives. He's teaching the guy. He's like, oh, yeah, you want to do this and that and stuff.
Mhm.
He's not threatened by that shit. I love that. That's a leader. Why wouldn't you want a guy like that on this team? I mean, they need to. They've done well on the offense of putting stuff around him. Again, I think our whole problem is the defensive side. Being able to stop that run game, defensive tackle, and stuff like that. If you don't have that, again, another year is going to go down the drain.
I agree.
I didn't say that running wasn't important, or maybe I did, but I'm saying that
You
that's
said
not
they
the-
weren't going to run
See,
because
Hey,
of
man.
McCarthy.
No.
I said trade CD Lamb.
No, see. Here's what you have to
Shut
understand.
your bitch
What
ass
you have
up.
to understand is a lot of Mike McCarthy's running game is actually through the passing game, quick hitters and stuff, the screenplays and things like that.
So let
It's
me
not
ask you a
through
question,
the
Mark. What do you think
elongated
about
running.
Deuce Vaughn in the slot playing wide receiver a little bit then?
I thought that was Kayvon Turpin. I mean, weren't we trying to get Kayvon Turpin in there?
Cavante, yeah.
Yeah. And when we had guys that were wide receivers that was asked, we couldn't get him on the field. So how are we getting him out there too?
Like, I like the idea, but
Yeah.
he's just a smaller
Citing
target. It's
Trops,
just,
I think we're going to have a running game. I differ with Mark there, but that's fine.
Well, it'll depend on
Jay
what
Smooth, if you're watching, brother,
what it's
this is
gonna
not
be
my
is-
shirt. This is a Nike shirt I bought in the store. I only have one.
Yeah,
You
I'm
can't
gonna
have my
be-
shirt, bro. I don't have this shirt.
let me have that shirt. Take it off right now.
I'm telling him. I said, I got all these hats here. I got, I'll show you before we leave. I got the one shirt that Mark's wife made. That's all I got. This is my shirt, Jay. This is not, I didn't make it. I wish I did.
If you need some more, let me know.
I do need one for JoJo. I got to talk to Tracy.
Okay. Here's the thing. You're going to have the passing game setting up the run. What you have to understand, like I said, when I go back and I look and say he had Greg Jennings, Donald Driver, Jordy Nelson, and
What's up, Bang Bang?
trying to remember the other one. Was it Randall Cobb? It might have been Randall Cobb.
Randall Cobb, yeah.
But
he was there forever.
What he wants, and then having 2 or 3 tight ends that can catch. He wants to spread the ball around so that way there's multiple people that you have to stop. You'll have one receiver like Greg Jennings did. He had like 1,200 yards, like CD did last year. But we're trying to get you the ball where they're not. And that's what this whole thing is going to be predicated on. And quite frankly, I think you're better off if you can do that, because you don't want to go ahead and say, I want to just go strength on strength. I want to go where the hell they're not. And the good thing about Dak Prescott is he's good at finding the guy that's open. The problem has been in past years, we didn't have guys when we had Noah Brown and Michael Gallup. We didn't get any separation. You know how many times you watch other teams and you see
East Side's guy, Noah Brown.
but you see
What's
like
up, Rob A?
Brandon Ayuk, or you got Kittle wide open and stuff. How many times you see Cowboy wide receivers wide
Sledhead,
open?
what's up?
And so Dak's got to throw into these tight windows, and was one of the
I agree with that, Jay
best
Daddy.
tight end window throwers.
Yeah, Jay Daddy says, but we don't have an Aaron Rodgers. We're not
The
turning
last
this
3
conversation
playoffs,
all to Dak. I'm
one of them there, Drew.
yeah. What did Drew say?
He said, "How did that work for you for the last 3 playoffs?"
Well,
We won one of them.
yeah, we won one of them. That's a 33% in the 3rd% clip. That's pretty good. Dak's a good QB, but I don't trust him in a team to put. Yeah, to it's not many. I don't trust many guys to put him on your back. I got news for you. I'm not hating. I don't trust the Eagles if I have to put the team on Jalen's back. That's not what made Jalen good. What made Jalen good was an unbelievable offensive line, an unbelievable defense. That's what made Jalen good, and him running the ball. Everybody forgets, they added more 108 more pocket passes last year. That was a difference. They added 108 more pocket passes, and it wasn't as good. He's better on the move. There's nothing negative about that comment. What's up, Alan Williams? You're in the hopper, my man. I got to write you down. Team game, Chris May. Yes, your last comment. Let me go back. The one and only Ron the Don. I'm sorry, brother. I'm trying to keep track in here. You need the O-line to be better and stronger so you can get the run game going and also protect Dak. Exactly, Ron. Exactly. Allen's in the hopper. So, yeah, Phil, I don't know what's going on, brother. We'll have to figure this out. But
No, don't worry about it. It's just because I'm on the browser. That's the reason why the light is doing it. Because when I hopped on the app, it popped on. It was regular. So I was like, okay, so that'll be it. Yeah. I didn't have my computer connected, so when I ran in, I had to connect everything, and it was like,
I know I didn't block you.
No, he just kicked because I logged in, and when I went to log in the second time, I was still logged in. I was like, how am I logged in twice?
Well, I got rid of the
remove
one.
that.
Yes.
Yeah, when you remove that, that's what it's catching on.
Well,
it's catching on that you removed.
I got you, brother. I'm sorry.
It's okay. That's not even
what made Jalen Hurts good was him running around. Mark Hutchinson, Eagle fans take that as a negative. Like Phil, he's saying he's a running back. I'm saying he's a dual threat. Now, here's the difference, though, Mark.
No, Michael Vick was a dual threat.
Here's the
running
problem.
What was that?
Those dual threat quarterbacks don't have longevity in the league.
Yeah.
Nope, they don't.
So that's the juggling act. And I'm not being rude, but that's the juggling act. I think you need to let Jalen be Jalen. And
well,
and make sure you have Kenny Flickett ready to roll. God forbid he takes a hit.
That year he was running a lot and stuff.
You just got to be smarter when he runs.
Yep.
That's
don't put your head down. Don't put your head down, man.
Almost do with Dak. Dak doesn't run shit all year. He gets to the playoffs, all of a sudden it turns into a bowling ball, and he wants to run over people.
All right, shout out to Sight and Tropes. He said, I disagree, Mark. Running game is key to beating elite defenses in the playoffs.
He's not wrong. He's not wrong.
Did you get your hat, Rob?
We just didn't have that.
If
you
not,
didn't have that to lean on. Like, okay, the offense isn't going. At least let's get the running game going. Let's get some people with some confidence. No, none of that shit.
This is one thing I can say, guys. It's going to be us. I think the Eagles for the division. I mean,
without a doubt.
I got all my money on the Giants. No, okay.
Now I did hear.
Oh Lordy!
I did.
I'm losing all my money on the Giants.
Sent a picture of Danny Dimes, huh, Mark?
Yeah.
I was going to ask him to come on if either one of you wanted to come on. See, everybody, I thought I was doing it by myself, and it's hard when I got to write down the super chats and give away shit. Yeah. So that's why I asked Mark, and Phil said, I'll make it. So I had Troy Daniels on standby if I needed him. But
well, speaking of that, it's 9:00 and I got to roll because.
All right, brother, go take care of the wife.
Things. Well, actually, my wife and my daughter came down too.
Nice.
So it's going to be a movie marathon here.
Well, so what are you watching?
I have no idea.
Well, enjoy whatever you're watching, Mark.
All right.
Thanks for stopping by, bro.
Yeah, no, I appreciate you, buddy.
All right, man. I'll talk to you.
Shout out to the mailman. I told you.
I did watch it. There. That was a woman's poncho, so I don't respect that mail carrier. You sure it wasn't a woman?
No, it was a guy.
I don't know
it might be. It's a small town, man. It might be the only ones they have.
Jesus Christ, what's going on in Virginia? But yeah.
So. Why you got to put the guy on blast like that?
He don't know who you are unless you gave him your card and said tune in.
Okay.
He had a woman's poncho on, bro.
Okay.
I ain't gonna lie to you. When I wear my shorts, I have two different sets of rain gear. If I wear my one piece, it goes all the way down. It doesn't look like I'm wearing any pants.
Oh, you wear a one piece, huh?
So it looks like I'm like a straker, but that's something totally different. Or a flasher, a flasher.
All right, okay.
But I'm not a flasher. I have pants on.
All right, man. I appreciate you, though, man. Peace out.
All right, man. See ya. All right. Then there was two. Is Mark shirt stretching already, CZ? I asked Mark a question, guys. I'll answer. Drew, me and Phil are here. I'm sorry. Now, Phil, if you send me a Zoom, we could still use that. So if you want to do that, Phil. Hello? Would I lose you, Phil? Hello? Uh-oh. Let me see what's going on with Phil. All right. I'll keep you guys in the loop. Use your link, I want to say. Yeah, I'm going to use Phil's link. So when he's, when he, all right, he's going to give me a new link, so he looks good. I know it's bothering Phil, everybody. I'm sorry about that, guys. It's hard for me to get to the chat. I didn't know Mark was streaming. When he asked, so I'm trying to do all this. But Jay Smooth, if you're in the chat, brother, this is my shirt, bro. Hold on, let me show you the shirt I have. It's white. I need to go to the store and get some other shirts made up, but this is what I have. If not, I got these wonderful hats here. Jay Smooth, Eagle Green, Game Time Brian. That's Kelly Green. I got the navy blue. This is high-end stuff. I'm wearing it. I got the gray Game Time. And I got the black original. Let me know what you want. Let me know. Did you? Yeah, I didn't see your comment, Rob. I'll send you the if you got it. But hold on, let me grab the shirt. That's all I got right now. That's the only shirt I have. That's the shirt I have right now. So, all right. Hold on here. I am going to use Phil's Zoom. So give me a sec, peeps. Shoot. Let's see. Messages. Send a link. I'm here, people. There we go. There we go.
Hey,
people.
hey.
I'm
There
sorry. Listen,
No, my
man.
bad. My bad. I
There
messed
we
this
go.
whole broadcast up.
He's back. There he is. I'm using Phil's Zoom link. I had to end mine to join his. So I'm glad. Listen, love having Mark, but I didn't know he was going to go live. He couldn't just join me. So it made it kind of rough, doing all this. So we kind of have a system going. Let's get back. Forgive me if I missed anything. I see some new names real quick. Donnell, thanks for coming in, brother. Drew, you're my guy, even though we disagree. 49er fans, the Eagles don't
Double click on your
us.
screen for your Zoom screen.
What's that?
Just double click on your Zoom
Oh, wait,
screen.
I just got to go full screen? That?
Yeah. So that way you don't have your browser and stuff.
Yeah.
There we go. Perfect.
Rob so Rob, did you get the hat? I'm sorry, brother. Brad, I'll call you when I'm done, bud. I wanted to check in on you. I'm doing 1,000 things. Just trying to see, can I take it? Yes, a Navy hat. Yes, you can. Okay, JoJo, I'm going to write that down right now, sweetie, so I don't have to. Yeah, I need to get other shirts. I've been trying to tell Mark that like a lot of people don't want the white shirts because let's face it, they're not flattering.
I like black just because it hides my little belly roll a little bit.
Man, come on, man. We're all
come on, man boobs and stuff going.
So JoJo wants a Navy hat. It'll go out tomorrow, JoJo. Navy hat.
No, I'm not live actually. I go live on Saturday. This past Saturday, man, it was tough.
Yeah, man. It's one of those things.
And I was just like, I'm like trying to go for Sunday, and he's like, well, it's just the way that everything's falling apart. It was just like,
so
let's just postpone it.
Everybody, like instead of me having to go back through the whole chat, you can now text me your stuff. If I missed anything, please just get back to me. and we'll answer it now. I kind of got thrown off a little bit, so I
That's
don't
okay,
know.
man.
I don't
I'm back
know.
again.
Well, again, you know,
Yeah, it's funny, man. Right
I
when
don't
Mark
mind
was
going
talking about
myself. I was surpurped Mark came in. So, but
when Mark was
he went
leaving, that's when
live.
my laptop died, and I was like, "Are you kidding me?"
Thanks, Mark.
So, thank you very much. Thank
But
you very
not
much.
going nowhere since going to retire a Niner.
Who?
49ers
Are you
fans.
talking about?
I want to ask
Talking
you a
about Debo?
question. I'm not sure, but I want to ask you a question. 49er fans.
Or are you talking about Ayuk? He's probably talking about Ayuk.
I don't think you can keep them all. I think Ayuk
I
will
mean,
stay.
I would
think
keep
Debo's
Ayuk
gone.
over Debo and stuff like that. I mean, and not to
Hey,
say that
Elena,
Debo isn't
how are you,
amazing,
sweetie?
but yeah.
My question for 49er fans is, why did you give more money to the running back? Just curious. Why did he get it? Coyote, you planning on doing any more visors? I wouldn't mind one. You
He
mean a
actually
hat?
stayed healthy.
A hat? I have plenty of hats, brother. Plenty of hats. Visors? I don't have any visors. I never did, but I'll think of you for next time. Wait, I don't know why I'm doing that. I'm writing it on there. Coyote. Yeah, so we got a system to where, like, Phil knows when I'm writing somebody's name down to go hit the
Trying to
highlights
find
of the chat.
is there an actual like there's an NBA game tonight, right? Is it not happening now?
Thursday, tomorrow.
Thursday. Oh shit, man!
Coyote, you're in the hopper,
I was
brother.
the same thing yesterday. I was trying to find it yesterday. Golly, Phil.
So
I want this stuff to already start.
So right now we're sitting here at 30 tonight, 40. We're $20 away from a drawing for tonight, just to let everybody know.
He won't turn into Zeke. Man, dude is one hit away from being on the sideline giving you guys water bottles and shit.
I'm not
Let's
trying
be
to
real.
be hate 49er fans. I'm
you already
asking
have
you a
them locked
serious
up,
question.
man.
Why would you throw more money?
Locked up. Yeah, well, you already have them locked up. Yeah.
You know, why would you throw more money at them? That's all. But yes, I appreciate name Mark Prescott. He loves him some Dak. I love Dak too, but again, I'm more of a
Cowboys fan. Yep.
I'm more that don't make it sound any better.
Hey, well, let's be real, man. I want a Cowboy. I want it best for the Cowboys. Like
I want to
if Dak's
win.
on the bench, waiting behind somebody, then that's what it has to be, man. I don't give a shit.
I don't care if it's Jamil Showers taking us to a championship game. I'm ready to roll.
The all-pro safety.
Yeah, right.
Oh yeah, I remember that. Oh, Linda.
And there it is. Linda
Any players
Conyers
you
is
guys
in
look at
the building.
with roster
We got
cuts?
it.
Are you talking about cuts from other teams? Or are you talking about like cuts from our team? Like, let's see. If it had to be from another team, man, I'm looking at defensive tackle, but can you really think that somebody's just going to release a defensive tackle that's going to be worth anything? Maybe it's a guy, maybe it's a team somehow that's got some veteran presence. They've somehow drafted something where they feel like they got something in the future because this amazing training camp happened, and I think we have a piece for the future. Let's go ahead and let this guy go. We'll save so much money. Maybe you have a scenario like that, but man, I just can't feel like there's another position, maybe linebacker, that you're going to be able to improve on that roster. I mean, wide receiver they have, but like I'm hearing that Jalen Brooks is doing better than Tolbert, and I was really looking for maybe a breakout year from Tolbert. But you think some people are going to surpass him and become that number 3, and if maybe it's one of the 1s or 2 is out, they become that number 2 because Tolbert's not stepped up. I mean, his body of work says that he should be able to step up, but yeah, I just haven't heard anything great.
Yeah. Let's see. Bang, bang. 49er fans, you better watch how you talk. You think we're going to hand you a basket full of apples. You're sadly mistaken. What about a handful of lemons? Let's go. Bang, bang in the house.
Like, let's be real. Like, when you look at that team, I mean, it's a really good, complete team. Like, again, your weakest spot on that whole team is your quarterback. And yes, you have a good quarterback. You picked him in 7th round. Again, not taking away from who he is, but when you really break down that whole roster, your weakness is that quarterback. Again, not a bad weakness, but still the weakness. See, why did the Cowboys draft 2 wide receivers high, wide outside? Maybe security reasons. Maybe they don't feel comfortable with the fact that they feel like they might get Ayuk, so they feel like at least. Because I mean, come on, man. If you're going to draft a guy, it's got to be the same approach as the Eagles. I'm going to bring them back up. The cornerback. You draft one cornerback. You're like, the odds of us hitting
Linda's name
not
down,
great.
Brad.
If you turn around and draft two corners, the odds of you hitting pretty high. So that's where you got to give it. If you draft two of those, boom, you're good.
Sorry, I was on mute. I
muted you. No, I didn't.
No, I've been on mute. I don't know what the hell. How long has it been since I haven't talked? Shit. Sorry, everybody.
Nice. It was nice
you figure Phil was just going on and on.
I was rambling like an old man on the porch. Hey, get off my line, you cowboys!
Bleeding like I got bit by a mosquito.
Get off my salary cap.
Mark, here we go. Here we go with the good up people. Brad, light him up. Go ahead, get him. Thanks. Yeah. See, like it took Brad to pay attention. Brad, I just put Linda's name on there. Fake Mark Holmes again. You off the damn. Listen, Curtis. Normally I wouldn't care, but I actually should be happy. The fake Mark Holmes had me on the Dancilio show. He had me on. The real Mark don't want me on there because
no sharing in Mark's world.
He wants. You
got to know your role and shut your mouth.
I mean, he don't want me going in there.
Yeah, we're not gonna be as nice. I think we'll be nice and we're nice, but we're not gonna take that shit either. Like,
oh man, how many full games has Trey Lance played? Mark Hutchinson? Not many. I want to say 8.
Probably more on Madden. Like I played a lot on Madden.
Yeah, he's
like
Phil.
Put him in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, Phil brings him in to run the wishbone. So
hell
Mark
yeah,
not willing to help the homies.
I feel
out.
better about my fake field goals with Trey Lance.
I don't really want to go on there night 3 because I'm not. Listen, man, you guys know how I am. It's kind of like I mean, at some point I would, but they like when you make a stupid ass comment that we're going to win 5 games, and I'm going to take. When I see Dan, me and Phil are going to Dallas. So when I see Dan, I'm going to call him out on his BS. But this is how it's going to go. He's going to say, oh, it's just part of the gig. It's like the ESPN effect. And that's cool. It's all fun. And Mark does that. And Mark likes to play into it.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
And
he turns it to
I'm
a
not
skit.
that type of guy. So I don't know. They don't want me on there.
I don't want my stuff to be used against me later. Just because,
here's the deal.
You know what I'm saying?
Again, Brad has been lighting him up. Drew will speak his mind, but he won't be mean about it and call names like another unnamed person that hasn't been in here in a while. So it's like there's no need to call anybody names. I've had some conversation with Drew. He seems like a cool dude. So again, he's an Eagle fan, Brad. He's not like you and me.
Yeah, we got some good ones in here though, man. They know football.
Not
they understand
everybody.
football.
Yeah,
it is like there's some ones that in there they do very caveman shit.
Hey, you suck.
I'm sure I know Mark Hutchinson don't he doesn't agree with everything I say, and I don't want everybody to agree with me. You guys are just as much fans as I am. Me and Phil are rather new to this. We like talking to the fans. That's why it's less than me putting a diatribe. If I do a video, obviously I'm talking to you and it's my thing. But here it's a live stream. I want to that's why I like getting to the chat. Now, Phil hasn't showed me how to download the software where I can, click onto a name and it pops
up. That's what makes my channel. Boom. I keep the secrets. No, I'm always willing.
Yeah, he only tells me need to know shit, right? So I'm only playing. I'm playing, but getting back to the show, a Coyote, Game Time Brian and Primetime Phil. If you get triggered or blocked and fight, the trolls will just multiply. People have their opinion, but don't take it to a crazy hate levels.
Yeah, exactly. That's the big thing.
That's why, like I always tell Brad, don't let somebody's opinion get to you unless they're being. I have seen where people, start calling people names.
Dude,
like,
I love people's takes. I
could give it crap. Yeah. It's football.
Yeah, that's what I love to hear it. I love to hear the opinion type of thing.
If we're doing it here, Phil, me and Phil were doing this. Shit, Phil lights me up. via text. You guys don't see it. I'm the butt of many jokes. Bring it on. I like it. I enjoy it, and then I give it back to them. And I like.
I
giving
think
it
what's
back to 'em
funny
I
when
do
we
my
went on this
videos.
past trip, that Mark got to see that side of me, and he was like, "Whoa, whoa."
Yeah, well, Mark doesn't know my sense of humor as well, and he goes, "Oh wow, that was spicy." What the
It was like,
fuck?
we
Dude?
like that dry shit, man. We like that.
Yeah,
dry
it's exactly. It's like, really hot in these rhinos. You know what I'm saying? He had no idea what I was talking about. He thought I
Ace
called him a
Ventura.
rhino.
Love that.
No,
I
I
love
didn't.
Hey, look, that rhino's giving birth.
See, Phil
Guano.
gets me.
I love that
That's
guano.
the problem. Phil gets me. Hold on a sec.
Well, that's why it started off right there, man, with the draft and stuff like that. I was telling my little brother. I was telling is Mark getting upset?
No, my friend just sent me a picture of a dog. I hope she's getting it. Oh my God, it's so cute. But anyway, Elena, fun and games. That's why I like this stream. Elena, that's how I want it. At the end of the day, I'm not playing football. Okay? Do you guys remember at the end of the Packer game, I had a friggin' bag over my head. Thank God for YouTube, because Brad knows. Brad's going through a rough time, people. Okay? So let's give Brad a break. It's not all fun and games every day for him. Your mental health is a lot.
No, it's a big thing, man.
It's a big thing. And I'm not always in the perfect headspace. I've had a lot of tragedy over the years. Knock on wood, it's been good for a while. But you know what I mean? You never know. And then, I don't know if you guys saw my video this morning. I knew it was going to be copyrighted, Phil, but I didn't care. I posted a 2-minute
I've done a couple
video.
of those where I didn't care. Yeah.
I didn't care. And it was a Larry Allen. I was tearing up. I don't think that, like it showed, but I was tearing up watching it. Larry Allen is 3 years younger than me, Phil. That's crazy.
Fan, you are right. Yeah, that's it hits a little bit close to home with a lot of stuff too. Start thinking about your own immortality.
Dirty Sanchez, you're in the hopper, brother. Eagles fans,
real
it's not okay
fan,
to date your
you are
sister, smoke
correct.
weed, and drink. You're running
Well,
your
at
kids.
least two of those things, right? I mean, at least two of those things. Is okay.
At least it was a super chat, Dirty. I had to read
that's
it.
like, yeah, Micah with 33%.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna put Phil's channel
Dude,
up here.
Coyote, here's the thing. Like, that's the thing. Okay, so the scouts recently came to a location, and so Will McClay was there, and so that was the really cool thing to be able to see him and everything. But you know what? Those Kansas City Chief people, they walk around a little bit with their head up high and their chest out and their nose up in the air, like. There's something there. Like they're getting a little arrogant with that Mahomes.
That's
it's all rightful.
Yeah, and that's the other thing I was saying to Linda. I'm not here to crap on Kellen because we won what? We had the most points one year.
No, I can't blame the Coyote.
I mean, our offense was locked down. Kellen, up until the playoffs, all I was saying is I was surprised when I went back and looked at all the good teams you won last year. The Eagles won before their collapse. You beat Miami, you beat Kansas City. I mean, you had
teams that we struggled.
Yeah.
With,
so again,
Buffalo.
I don't know that it was all
actually
Brian
had
Johnson.
a better, more competitive. Arizona. I mean, Arizona. Wow. Remember we used to get beat by Arizona on a yearly basis? Yeah, that was just.
Yeah. You're not receiving enough video. What? Like, that's weird. How's the stream? Everything good? Yeah.
Yeah, it could have been me. I went low on.
It says
all of a sudden
YouTube
it
is not
buffed.
receiving enough video to maintain a closed stream. I don't know. It says poor all of a sudden.
Yeah, it's going in and out, so. I don't hear you.
Yeah, I know.
Okay,
Yeah.
there it is. Yeah, and I remember even those years. I mean, that's when they had Pat Tillman as well. Yeah, that was when they had shift. I'm amazed. I know because of the rivalries, they won't shift them around, but I always wondered, hey, maybe these divisions need to make sense at some point now. Where's Dallas playing? Are they playing in the South, the NFC South?
Sorry, I'm getting back to Jay Smooth, so hit the chat.
Okay. It says, Glimmerman, Phil, did you screw up again? I always screw up. I do that a lot. Oh, I can't hear you.
Yeah, I'm talking to my wife. That's why.
Oh, okay, my bad.
You want to hear?
Yeah, a little bit.
She's yelling at me.
Oh, okay, that's good. That's good. Gotta keep you on your toes, man. Gotta keep you on your toes.
She's yelling at
Come
me.
on,
It's like
Phil.
I'm bleeding down my legs. I got lit by a mosquito, and she just opened the door.
Oh.
It's about ready to rain here. Come on now. Everybody hear that? She wants them to go outside. She won't go out with them. I'm getting fucking, excuse my language. I'm getting dive bombed.
They're telling you a secret in the middle of the night. Like, get away from me, man. Florida, man, they got these things out here. We got to put some spray on before we go out, especially as we go down towards Marco and stuff like that. Man, they got those Everglades out there. Those mosquitoes, they're waiting for you. So like, oh man, they're like the steroid kind too. The huge ones. Yeah. It did rain here in Pennsylvania. Yeah, it's been a big thing now. I think on Saturday we went shopping like no, it was on Sunday. We went shopping during just during the daytime, and we haven't had rain forever, it seems. And all of a sudden it just started pouring. I was like, all right, here we go. And I think that's a good time because right before 4th of July, at least they won't ban fireworks.
Yeah.
Oh, Brad Harris with the $49
I would like to
super
apologize
chat.
to Drew and other people I have timed out. I don't have any patience lately. I'm working on it. Brad,
Yeah,
you don't need to do a super chat for that, my man. I appreciate it, though. But, you, again, I'm more worried about you, bro. You know, I told you that before. Lighten up, you take care of yourself, man. I just enjoy you being in here. Obviously, we appreciate it.
It's a good way to practice that, just being able to hold each week. I mean,
that's why I say what I say, Brad, because I know you. And, one day we'll hang out, bro. Brad, you're in. You can give it to anybody you want. I did give Linda your other one. So at 50, we are at a second drawing. So we got 2 complete drawings still to go. So we start back to 0. But yeah, everybody, Brad's the man. He's been here for a while. He's pretty much been in here on the ground level. He's a sweetheart of a guy. He's been going through a lot. So, don't take it personal. He wants to light somebody up. I like to tell Brad who to light up because I know he gets a kick out of it. But pretty much everybody in here is cool.
Security!
I'm not in here to get every little view. So if I see an asshole in here, I'm going to tell you is to get rid of him because I don't have time for that. We're here to have a conversation, right? It's Wednesday
Ain't nobody got
night.
time for that.
We don't have time for that. So,
Oh hell yeah!
even though that
Pig
asshole
together.
had me on the Dan Silio show. You're the man, Brad. Rob, hey, he is the man. I feel bad he's stuck in Wisconsin. No, I'm just sorry. He's like Wisconsin, man. Wisconsin.
Wisconsin. The cheese.
Yeah, let's effing talk. What's up, Glimmer Man? How you doing, my man? You all
Be
right,
like
buddy?
Lady the Tramp with the spaghetti.
Primetime Phil would be more like Lady and the Tramp. Sometimes the lady is a tramp. Dirty Sanchez, you do know security is all women want, at least these days. They've screaming when I approach. Oh, you're yeah.
I had a friend.
You're a
I
funny
had a
man,
friend.
Dirty Sanchez.
I had a friend that was like, "Hey man, let's go over to the bar area."
If
And
they
like
don't
every
show
woman,
up, they gotta go.
every woman
Yep.
has to come over here. We
True
can just
that,
talk to
Thomas.
them when they come over here. And I'm like, really? I was like, that's weird, man. Like by that approach, we might as well just stand by the bathrooms, right?
Yep, absolutely.
Well, it's like terrible approach, man. Terrible approach. But that wouldn't be Dirty Sanchez if it was
Philly
if he
D.
didn't live up to his legend.
Philly D's in the house, brother. What's up, my man? We got to hang out. You and Vinny Hagen, you guys are all local, fairly local. Maybe do a, I don't know. See, Vinny's a Met fan, Philly D. We can hang with him, but I don't know how that's going to go. But Phillies are going to London. Who the hell are they playing in Philly? I didn't see who they were playing in London, Philly D. Let me know. Dirty trying to keep hands down. Yeah, definitely, David Cowboy. Definitely. Philly, they didn't cover the 3 other night, costing me a 500. Ooh. Bang.
Damn.
Micah wants out. El Yepa.
Micah.
Micah don't want
Micah
out.
don't want out. Micah.
Meth
There's a
fan, I
problem-
know Twiz. Not good, brother. Not good.
The problem is that you have no matter what fan
I'm a
base you
Cowboy
have,
fan now, so same thing, right?
you have a portion of your fan base is the delusional ones. We're going to Super Bowl every year. You got the ones that hate every single move that
Right.
the team makes, and then you have the
Right.
ones that are a little bit more realistic. I mean, I think every single fan base has those types as well. So I mean, I don't, and it just depends on who you have coming into those chats as well. But I mean, I look at when Philly talks about their guys.
Wrigley, Brad.
When Philadelphia talks about their guys, at least they have some rights. They have rights to do it. Like when I'm hearing things, I'm actually starting to hear things from Giant fans and from Washington fans, and I'm just kind of like, yeah. I mean, I guess you got something to build off of, just the change, but I can't see it with the Giants. I could see maybe Washington surprising us, but those are the two teams. I think that, when you're hearing stuff from them, like, are you expecting anything from them? I mean, with all those draft picks and Dan Quinn knowing our system, maybe possibly, do you see them being a possible run for the 1-2?
No, I don't.
Yeah, I mean, maybe a couple of years, maybe 2-3 years down the road.
Definitely, Brad.
I just don't. Again, I don't see it. I mean, I know they picked a lot of people, but if Dan Quinn's going to continue down the path that he was doing, where he's using safeties as linebackers, I think you're going to have a problem at some point.
Well, we looked at the schedules, and listen, guys, we got plenty of time to worry about the schedules. I was pretty much on the money last year. Not how it turned out. I didn't expect the Eagles to lose coming down the stretch and give us a division.
I thought they were going to lose in the middle more towards, but I did not expect that at the end.
Well, they got out to a 10-1 start. They were winning all those close games. Yeah, who the hell?
They were.
And you know what was funny? My original prediction, I had the Eagles the ultimate number right, but I had them losing to the Jets, right? So then somebody email or like texting me or like commenting. They've never lost to the Jets. I'm like, oh shit, I didn't realize that. You're right. So then I went back and changed it and gave them a loss in another game, and they ended up losing to the Jets. Philly D, my monthly subscription, no join button. I'm sorry, man. I don't know what's going on. If anybody can help Philly D, that would be great. But
my YouTube keep telling me that I'm eligible for
you're in the hopper
for other stuff, and I haven't put it on there.
I got those Philly hats, Philly D.
Yeah.
So, I am picking up. I haven't gotten the notification. These hats I'm wearing, but in royal, so to be even more cowboyish. This is.
I mean, you guys should feel good, man. He still hasn't sent me my shit, And
well, you can have one, but I figured you want. I was going
to. I got to physically actually see him next time.
Well, I can give you a hat, but you want a Game Time Brian hat?
Hell yeah, I want Game Time Brian, man.
Well,
I was
then
here
I'll
from the
give
beginning.
you a royal hat. You either get the navy.
I'm a fan of yours. Shit,
like the navy, like I'll give you the navy hat. So
it
we're
looks
up
badass.
to 10.
Any of them, I'm pretty.
No,
cool.
well, you like the star or do you like the Game Time Brian? What do you like?
I like the regular Game Time Brian one.
Okay, all right,
yeah.
all right.
Yeah, I think
you
the
got
original
it.
looks good. The star looks badass too, man. So
yeah, I like the star.
you got a good thing going on there, man. So.
I haven't sold many of them, but this is how I can make a little bit of.
Well, that's how you get advertising out there,
like
man.
$9.
Who's
I'm
Game
making
Time
like
Brian?
$8 every time I do a raffle. $31.
Brad, I actually
plus.
am. I'm actually talking to somebody, getting some merchandise going.
I need
so
Phil
yeah,
to
I
help
actually
me with
do.
the damn website. That's what I need. Inconsistent Sniper. Has anyone heard of how Trey Lance has been playing? Inconsistent Sniper.
I've heard great things, actually.
They're kind of like an inconsistent sniper. He'll hit it every once in a while, and then he'll miss some.
I hear his mechanics has changed. They've changed the style that he's thrown. And that's come along in the past year. So I think McCarthy's actually been doing. That's one thing I look at McCarthy. He's definitely a quarterback whisperer. I think his time in Green Bay definitely says that.
Right.
It sure as hell wasn't Brett Favre teaching them, oh, you need to go like, no, man, he wasn't doing any of that stuff. So it was more McCarthy. And not to say that that's how he is and that's always how he will be, but at least I feel better about a quarterback maturing in his offense. It's definitely more than a running back or anything as well, too. So I like Trey Lance. I've heard some great things. His accuracy is there. But, of course, accuracy is always there when you don't have anybody rushing you. So again, I always take those things with a grain of salt. But again, that's why I'm okay with an experiment for 2 or 3 years if you decide to move on. You're not, oh, he's our 7-year plan. No, at least 2 or 3 years, you can get out usually by year 2.
Agreed. Donnell says, I like your content 100%. Mark Prescott, on the other hand, is different. Listen, Mark is the man. Mark gets all the views, but you got to understand, I'm just starting out, and a lot of people love that stuff, man. A lot of people love the hate, like the love-hate relationship, whereas I kind of just call it how I see it. I'm going to tell you when Dak plays like crap. I'm going to wear a bag over my head and say, I think it's...
Yeah, I always say, like, his weakness to me is that lineman or close linebacker that drops back in the zone.
Yeah.
Man, that seems to be the guy that he loves to throw that interception to. So, I mean, I see the weaknesses that are there, but he had a lot of strengths. Now, again, you need complementary guys to go with him in order to push him further on into the playoffs, and you sure as hell going to need a better defense. I'm okay with where the offense is at. Obviously it's not elite, it's not amazing, but score points. I'm just more curious of where our defense is at, man. I love our secondary. I do like the improvement of linebacker. It's just, again, the edges are amazing, right? We got backups on the edge. We got Nealon that I love that possibility. I mean, Fehoko, is he going to be in that mix? Probably by a third guy that switches back and forth. But it's our middle, I love Osa, but what's beyond him,
Yeah. You know what, guys? And this goes out to Philly D. Never know. Injury goes down. Trey Lance fetch a high pick. Eagles got a first for Sam Bradford. And that's a good point. But, I don't know. I'll let Phil answer this. I think he agrees with me. There's something exciting, like the 49er fan, like your team. There's something exciting when we had a young Dak Prescott on a rookie deal and you had a lot of talent and you were winning a lot of games. Yeah, we didn't have the playoff success. I get it. But there's something exciting about having a young quarterback on a low deal so you could load up the talent everywhere else, right? Mm-hmm. So, God forbid, the Trey Lance is lighting it up unbelievable and they don't sign Dak and Trey Lance ends up being the quarterback of the future. He won't be $55 million a year.
Yeah,
At least not
30,
anytime
35,
soon.
maybe 25. And we
yeah, so that's something exciting about that for me. Now, if you're just a Dak Prescott guy and you have a lot of your eggs in your basket, I love Dak. I have nothing against Dak. I want to win with Dak. I've said it time and time again. I want to win a Super Bowl with Dak Prescott. But again, if it doesn't happen, I'm not going to pout. Next man up. Right, Phil? I mean,
my gripe with Prescott in the playoffs is not the fact that he hasn't been able to score. He's been able to score by the end of the game. It's just that first quarter, that first couple of drives, you're not doing shit, and you're letting the defense kind of be on the field for quite a bit because not only are you not doing anything, but you're not even getting first downs.
I agree, Sniper.
You're not, this team is amazing defensively in the middle. Hey, let's just take our running back and shove them straight up into the middle. Like, that doesn't make any sense. Like, so I mean, I don't know. I think that goes back to coaching as well too. But even when the throws are there, I've seen inaccuracies really early, and that's my problem. That's my gripe with him. If you can get past that, but guess what? You can't practice that shit. That's not something you can go in and go, okay, now we're in the beginning of the playoff game. Go ahead and drive. Like, no, it's the pressure that comes along with it, the talk before it. Oh, I'm not listening to the media. I'm not listening to anything. Well, you're feeling something when you go out there, and I think that's the Prescott that I need him to mature out of. If we're going to pay you a lot of money, that's the part that you need to shake. It's not all the other stuff that you have. It's it's that little glaring mistake that constantly keeps haunting you.
Yeah, Eagles landed. I'm happy you're happy with your secondary. I know we're happy with our secondary. Eagles have landed. I'm not here to say ours is better than yours. Right now it is. I know Bradbury going to safety. I don't know if you heard that, Phil. James Bradbury has been moved to safety. That's just one step closer than being out the door.
Yeah, I mean, Peterson. I mean, all that
I don't think he's there long.
It's just the contract. You got to keep him on because of the contract. That's the reason
Ringo
why.
is outperforming the rookie, which we knew that, and that doesn't mean the rookie is a bad pick. You got to understand,
No.
people. There's
People develop different times.
Yeah, like Sauce Gardners don't come around all the time. Like not everybody's a Sauce Gardner. It's usually it takes a couple years to get to be an elite corner. So the fact that Ringo is stepping up, albeit in minicamp, that's all you have to go off of. That bodes well for the Eagles. So again, this is where I say I'm going to keep it real, people, and you Cowboy fans will say, well, I'm just keeping it real. I'm sorry. I could just make up shit, but I'm not. I'm going to keep it real. Kid Cowboy, he's a 3-time choker. I know. We know where you stand, Kid Cowboy. But all right, I'm going to start wrapping it up. We could go all night. I do got 2 drawings, and we're $10 towards the 3rd drawing. So that'll carry over to the next time.
Oh, man, that's the truth. That's what I keep saying, man. If the defense holds, I mean, when you're looking at those times where Mahomes and you're talking about San Francisco, those offense didn't get to, they were just scoring left and right. No, those defenses kept them into the game, and then the offenses started scoring towards the end. So that's what I'm talking about. Just our defense just needs to keep us in the game. They start out very strong in the beginning of the year, but then it kind of fades out. It's just, that's the problem with having all these young guys is the fact that they get tired. They're not used to that long NFL season. And then the one guy that you're expecting to be your top dog and everything, he's talking about in the offseason about how everybody's tired and shit. So. All right, here goes the hopper. He's like, while you're over here spinning the wheel, could you smack some mosquitoes?
It's the wife. Look at the
amen, Rob. Hey,
look at the hands.
That's what I'm saying, man. That's their biggest weakness is that middle. And not only did we not address it, we got worse by letting Hankins go. So yeah, you took a step back there as a defense for the Cowboys. All right, here we go.
How many my second?
I need one.
Another one?
He's not. Yeah.
Got that one.
Is that Vanna White?
David.
David Cowboy. Yeah, Coyote. Yeah, he will be missed. That's what I'm saying. Like, at least he made it. He made it. We were just below average with him. Like, it's still a terrible run defense, but at least it was below average. Now we're just, it's way down there.
Sorry, I was muted. I don't know how the hell these
you
are
always
getting
are.
in there. We got David Cowboy and Dirty Sanchez are the
Dirty
winners.
Sanchez bringing up the real.
I keep pulling off more than one. That's stupid. So anyway, David Cowboy and Dirty Sanchez. David Cowboy and Dirty Sanchez.
You should have a safe word.
Let me know what you want, Dirty Sanchez. What, do you want a hat, my man, or do you want one of those lovely white shirts? Again, everybody stays in the hopper, people. So you still have a chance. So I love here we go.
Yep, exactly. You can't just read this shit out loud.
I have to watch. Yeah.
Beep. YouTube gonna get a strike and stuff. Hey man, we saw your potty show, Mr. Game Time.
So let me know, Dirty Sanchez, what color hat do you want? So that's dope. So you say there's a chance. David, what color hat do you want, or do you want a shirt, brother? I only have the white shirts. I don't even, you have to let me know what size you are. This is what we got. We got the navy right now. Definitely not the damn. All right, we got the black script. We got the gray. Sorry. The gray. And then we got the Eagle green, which I actually think is nice, but I'm not an Eagle fan. So, and then I have T-shirts. I need to know what you guys want. Let me know what you want. So I got Jay Smooth. He wants the shirt that I'm wearing. I don't understand that.
I want you to autograph it too.
And navy hat for JoJo I got going out. I'll take the black one. Okay, so Dirty Sanchez wants the black one. Brian Green loves the green. Yeah, right. I did that for you guys, Philly D. So Dirty Sanchez.
Oh man.
Sorry, I'm wrapping this up. Black hat. So we got 4. Well, I don't know. Black hat. Linda, you're still on the hopper. I have a feeling that you have a bunch of picks in there, so you have a shot. So what did David Cowboy want? What do you want, my man? Can you give me the shirt? Just that one down there. This is the shirt, man. Mark's wife only made white. That's the back. That's the front. Ooh. The picture of a white dude on the front of your shirt. I don't know if that's what you're into, but it's all I have right now. I am going to get out and get a few things. So let me know what you want. All right. But anyway, in the meantime, hopefully you can let me know before I get off of here. Yeah. Dirty Sanchez, email me at here. I'm gonna put it in the chat.
David
here.
Cowboy says blue hat.
Okay, you want the blue hat? I got you, brother. Yeah, that's the right move, man.
That's the right move. Let's be real.
Well,
he's waiting for you to make the
I think
decision.
the
then
ladies
he's gonna
like the
comment.
shirts. Not a lot of guys are gonna get the white shirt. So David
don't do white
Cowboy.
shirts.
David Cowboy, blue hat.
Yeah, he's gonna. If he gets Coyote, if he gets a championship belt, it's gonna have to be up a high bid thing. And
This
then,
isn't mine, actually. It's my kids. This one here, that's authentic, my man. That's the real deal.
he's talking about you getting one this game time, like based on.
Brian, do I get a Navy? Yes, Brad. That's why I was going to call you. I'm
You gotta
getting
get it like Buddy Christ.
I'm getting Royal hats in hopefully by the weekend. So I didn't know he wanted like a lot of the same hats. So you got it, my
You too,
man.
Devil Dog.
Yes. So what was I going to say? So, all right. Yes. So, I'm going to put my email and then I'll get out of here. This is it. Email me your address, David Cowboy and Dirty Sanchez, I believe, and Jay Smooth. I'm going to email you. He's insisting on having the shirt that I'm wearing. You can't have it, bro. So,
He's like, don't even wash it. Just shove it in there. Yeah, I mean, which jersey do you like, Curtis? Like, he has a good. I like the Mean Machine. The Bobby Boucher one to me has to be my.
oh, you
favorite
mean
one out
those
of there.
jerseys? Yeah, I
love
can
those
start
jerseys.
getting rid of some of those. The only ones that are off limits are the
Yes, Coyote. This time it
Dorset,
will
Emmett, all the authentic cowboy
o'clock.
ones. They're mine. Yeah, this one here. Yeah, the Mean Machine's cool. You have the Ray Finkel. I'm looking for Ray Finkel.
be. Laces out, Dan.
And a clean pair of shorts. No, you ain't having Ray Finkel either.
Dude, that was in Collier County. I think that was funny. It was in Naples.
500 shirt is dope. What's that? What are we talking about? But anyway,
Like a Philly 500?
I don't know. 500 shirt is dope. Unless it's behind me somewhere. I don't know.
Like, is it behind me right now?
They've traced the call. The call is
behind
coming from upstairs. Get out of the house. Remember that movie? The Flying Frenchman. Oh, yeah.
Okay, yeah.
I got you. But all right, everybody, please email me with your addresses in order for me to send this out. Dirty Sanchez, David Cowboy, and I will talk to the other character. But all right, anything else you would like to talk about, Phil? I know this has been a long one, but
Yeah, I appreciate you guys putting up with me trying to get into the damn thing, man. That was, and it looked like I was all in a haze, and it was just now I'm back again, so it's just like yeah, we're gonna have a broadcast this Saturday. That is the plan. That usually is the plan. I mean, we'll see how that goes. It didn't go so well this past weekend, but yes, 8 o'clock this weekend. Of course, game time going to be on his lunchtime chats as well. But yeah, I had a whole thing set up. We're talking about CD stuff, but I mean, there hasn't a lot happened, so I think it's a great subject to talk about. And again, I love the chat right now that's going. I mean, it's very intelligent football talk. And again, we're in the middle of the off season. This is time where the hopes get, at least you start getting your hopes up a little bit about your team. And so as we see these guys start to hit each other in training camps and all that type of stuff, that's when they get a little bit more real. That's when you're going to start to get an idea about how these players are reacting. Because, remember, way later in the draft, we got crappy guys like Walesko, and then he got hit, and then it was just like, oh, he's injured. We figured out what kind of guy that we had. So I want to see what kind of guys we have on the offensive line. And let's just get some football going, right?
Yes, absolutely. Now's the downtime, Phil. Now we have nothing.
But it doesn't feel like it, though. Am I wrong? Like, it doesn't feel like
I know.
Like, even though there's not shit, news-wise, I think just having this chat, having the talks, having the big, we have like 30 to 40, sometimes 50, 60 people in there. So that conversation right there, that's what I love. I mean, it's just, there's constant talk in the air. Dave Cowboy said he just sent his address. So.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I did see it.
Thank you, Coyote.
Anyway, I got people coming and going. But okay, everybody, that's it. That's the show. I'll get the hats out tomorrow. Jay Smooth, let me know what hat you want, or if you want the white shirt, I need a size and I need your address. But I'll email him back. All right, everybody, I will talk to everybody tomorrow, and I'm sure Phil will talk to you, knock on wood, on Saturday. Peace out, everybody. Bye.
Peace.
Hey, man.
What?
I'm cool. This is me. We're gonna jump on that spaceship and get out of here. Let's go.
No judgment. Shoot.
To smash that subscribe button. You know what? I'm gonna give it. I'll give it 4 out of 5 avocados. Korg?
I was raised by avocados.
Oh my God! Just kill me now.
Ho ho ho.
Green Giant.
Hey! We know each other. He's a friend from work.
This is literally the first time I took my gun out of the holster. Right.
And that is why we need a triumphant video.
I just realized who Game Time Brian was. I didn't know it from earlier.
Jesus Christ. That's Jason Bourne.